And welcome everyone, this is Walderon, and I am very light up. That seems a little bit excessive, but I think it's okay. So it's Monday, it's one of the new days, and I am loading into No Man's Sky as usual on this time when I go live. So, the agenda today is the usual things with the freighters, the frigates, the missions from them and see what we get out of them. And the big question today is whether we are reaching 1 billion due to them. After that, it's the normal farming run as well, so we get all our farmed materials. And then we have one mission from yesterday which I didn't do, so we will do that. And then we might see if we can reach the core of Ickjamatew galaxy as well, and go to the next one. So that is a little bit the aims for now and today. Whether we reach A or B, that's not that overly important, but it's all about have some game, have some fun, maybe some good banter in the chat, or if anyone has any questions, comments, or just want to say hello, go for it. That is absolutely fine. If you ask me what the meaning of life is, don't expect any depth-going answers to that, because then I could be sitting here for the next 3 days and not give any answers, really. So, frigates, first one. Let's look at that. So it's a medium industrial. They always come with the, well, not always, but sometimes comes with good stuff. Storage augmentation and service frigate modules are always welcome. So, not much coins here, but, well, this is not helping to reaching the billion, but let's see how it goes. It might not be as bad. There's a little bit. Everything else is materials. So there was only one giving coins. Okay. But I'm not unhappy because the value of the things which comes in is not bad either. So it's okay, I would say. So let's put it aside. The reason I put it aside is in the past I sometimes didn't have enough space out on the freighter, so suddenly I ran out of space and was sitting trying to fiddle around in situations where it shouldn't really be necessary to do so. But again, it's my way of trying to keep tidy, because I'm very messy sometimes, and if I don't keep myself a little bit in control, then it will go messy. That is as certain as the Trinity in church. So the second one is a medium long one, exploration. That is, oh, there's a surprise coming there. A little bit of coins in the end here. Oh, another surprise. And some very, okay. So, it shows one. That was the other one. And the third one is there. So, oh, there was a fourth one as well. I missed that. So, and a million. So we are now 2.2 million from the billion. Getting there. These I do not really know what to use them for. If anyone want to enlighten me, then feel free, but I have not found anything to use them for. So I still actually have some cleaning to do, but they're not overly valuable. 500,000 for that one, that's of course not bad. Enriched carbon goes here. That one goes there. Cool. Then we are going down the end here where the 3 last control panels are. I have been asked why I only have 5 when you theoretically could have 6. Because you very rarely have the option to send the 6th out. It's only if you cross over at midnight, but then you would miss it the next day. So a short one. Combat. It was purely coins, so oh, we are getting closer. 1 million left. Are we reaching it? My prediction was I would, but it's not always correct because you have no clue what you get in on these. But as I said yesterday, on a good day you can get in 10 millions on them, so it can be very good coins. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. A storage augmentation. This is a balance, so that can be pretty much anything. We are very close now. 999 million. So another one to the selling cabinet. I sometimes feel I'm being a little bit, how can you say it, yeah, that was not what I wanted to do. I sometimes seems as I'm actually having a lot of stuff, and yeah, I do, but it's not like I'm not cheated to get it. I collect it on the road and mostly, and or I'm farmed for it. So it's not like I have gotten it in wrong ways. So, was this enough? Did we reach the billion? I think we did. Yes. 1 billion reached. So now there's no reason to play anymore. That's not true. That's not true. Money is not everything, not even in this game. So I have more that needs to go to selling. Chuck over here for now. I have so many of those, so I just offload them on the freighter, but I probably should sell some of them out, but well, and I forgot to actually check. I do have some food stuff. That one will have to go on the freighter food storage because I have so many of them that they fill up the food processor storage, because that only takes half size. That was wrong. It was the wrong ship I put it on. But the beans are for cocoa, so I'll just quickly process them. And I do have to kind of get some recipes, so we can do 1 or 2 recipes pretty much a day or something like that. I need to do some proper research. I have been a little bit lazy, and I am kind of sorry about that. It's not necessary. I should actually what's happening here? Just get it done, because it's kind of for your sakes as well as for mine. So I hope I'm helping people out by doing these things. So today I'm not forgetting my frigates like I did yesterday, that's for sure. I got a couple of storage slots, and I can't put more on the lower side, so everything now will be up in the machinery department. How many do I have of? I need 12, so I need 1 more. But you get it filled out at some point. What I then would do is I would take them aside, because the day I'm going to upgrade to an S-class freighter, then I would need them all over again. So that's actually funny. 5 different types of missions, so that's fine. Just bear with me a second. I need to let the cat out. Yeah, but you're the one who wanted to be in here, not me. So, the pleasure of having pets, that is always. So let's take them from an end. I always take it the longest first. So Exploration. So it's way over 100, so actually I take a support ship with that. The reason I take the longest is because I'm back tomorrow, and if I can't send them off now because of lack of fuel, I don't really want to send them off later and then I can't get them back in time. That's more my reasoning for why I'm doing as I am. But it should be fine. I actually was fine yesterday, so this is balanced: combat, support, industrial, trade, exploration, and all is sent off. That's all for the work on the freighter. So now we will have our little farming run, because I'm putting a lot of production around. Started the original base we made. I'm kind of not using that a lot. It's back in the Euclid galaxy, and I haven't really been there for a while. So before we get moving, I need a cup of coffee. So remember this guy, if you talk to him every time you come to your original base, if you have followed the missions you get in the start, he has lost his connection, so he asks you for information, and every time you come and you give him some information, he will give you a lump of nanites. Not that I really need them, but it's a little bit the thing again. I'm hoarding more than anything else. Whether it's materials, nanites, units, I just try to get as much as I can. But the start missions, I always say, do them so you get into how the game pans out. It will not give you all answers, but to be honest, there are people like me and others on Twitch and YouTube who actually can help you if you have questions. And you are very welcome to come in here and sit and ask questions. Yeah, if you don't follow me, I'm not even going to complain about that. It's a choice, it's not a must. I would of course like people following me, the more the better, but if you have questions about the game and need help, I would try to help you the best I can. It looks like someone turned off the light in my base here. So this is another system, and someone turned on the light. That is unfortunately one of the problems sometimes, that the day is way shorter than you expect, and I could probably have planned a little bit more how much power I need to keep it running 24/7, but I kind of don't need it. I just need 4 or 5 hours daylight, which gives power to these to grow, and that's actually okay for me. If I come back tomorrow and they have not grown, well, then I will try to find out why, but just because at some point there's no light, and I have a feeling it's brightening up outside, so the light might be coming. So I can see I have the full paraffinium I'm getting here, so it's not an issue, and they will start up. Otherwise we have to deal with that when we find out I'm wrong. Next base is sulfurine and cadmium. I found them, and they are to both sides of the base, but I put the storage on the base and dragged the cabling up, so they actually are providing it here. But also here I have some plants. I intend starting producing some of the more pricey things, just to show how you can actually make money if you don't know. If you do know, well, then you know what I'm doing. But some players has manufactured for immensely amount of billions of material, and they don't have to speculate about money ever in the game. Sulfurine, it's a gas, and if you refine that, it becomes radon. If you refine radon, it becomes nitrogen, and if you refine that, it becomes sulfurine. They go in a circle. However, when you refine it, it's 3 for 1. So you could actually run out of your start stock. There is a trick to that, and that is using oxygen together with it. Then it's 1 for 1 becomes 1, so you don't lose out on your original stock. You lose out on your oxygen though. That said, most people collect a lot of that. So if you notice, I'm using kind of the same setup with the plants. I have just built an extra room to have them in on my existing bases. All these bases, I started farming the resources first. Then when I plan to actually do these plants as well. I just added an extra room to have them in. And of course I added more solar panels and batteries, so it actually do make the enough power to run these things. But it's so much easier to grow these things yourself than actually run around on planets and try to find it. And of course you can argue that, well, it's more fun to run around and collect it. Yes and no. The no part is you sometimes waste a lot of time where you actually could do other things. I have one more. There's no plants there. Some sodium. Sodium is important because that is what gives you your shielding protection and also some of your survival. So I think I was at Nuborian last. I hope that's correct. So the question is, how would I know? Well, when I started this save, I was showing you with the exosuit slots. So if I got one, I hadn't been there. If I didn't get one, I had been there. But now I can't really tell. But I have a mission in progress here. So that means it was here I picked it up, and that was the last thing I did yesterday before I went back to the freighter. So this is correct. So I put some things on my ship. Just taking a quick look what's for sale. I do say buy when they are at 33% lower than the normal price, and sell when it goes over in the other end that they are green and they show up with plus something. I have a lot, but if it's, for instance, like here, plus 8.8%, then you can choose to sell and you will always gain a profit. So that's kind of how you go as a trader. I don't sell things below 0. I would only do that if I was very desperate for money, which I'm not. So, just saying. So I have a mission. This one. And I need the galaxy map, so I need to use my warp drive to go to another system to do it. And the thing is, I am relatively close to the center of this galaxy, so I might today do the jump to the next one, but I'm going to do missions and stop and see how it goes. There's no hurry to do it, unless you want me to, but then let me know. That's the space station, so let's take a round trip there first. So I kind of know that I don't have much to do on this side at the moment. That said, I am actually going to tweak things eventually and make my ship better, my exosuit totally cool if I can. That's the question, if I can actually tweak it better. But there is a possibility, and there is unknowns with the upgrade modules you get. So it's a lot of tweaking, and it would be a lot of wasted nanites, because you pay nanites to buy those modules, and when you try them out, you don't actually get that much back when you sell them. But it's a risk worth taking. Okay, he wants some organic element. So, to my knowledge, carbon is the only organic element there is of those two. And that's of course how it is. Is there holes in the internet today? Or rather, plugs. So it gives me a little bit of nanites. Let's look at the trade station. They have some stuff, but it is lower than I buy with. It's not giving very good advance when it's too low. Of course, if you go quick in and quick out, well, you see here plus 38%. That's nice. Plus 45%. That's nice. Plus 24. That's nice, especially when we're up in millions. That one is minus, so I'm not selling that. And I have stuff which is down in the minus, and well, it will just sit on my ship until I get a better offer. door number 2, I was asked how I can open those doors, and that takes an Atlas pass. For those who don't know it, you get 3 types of Atlas pass. The version 1, to my knowledge, is only useful for those barrels you find around on planets. 2 is to certain doors at planetary buildings, and 3 is on space station doors, and might be other things as well. I am not 100% sure if there's other things which they are needed, but at least those doors on space stations need that. And you can build them yourself. You research it in the anomaly and you build it, and it doesn't take too much material. Can I actually still see them even though I have built them? So pass 1 is copper and a microprocessor. Pass 2 is cadmium and a microprocessor. And 3 is emerald and a microprocessor. So it is materials which you can actually get to. So why am I running around here? In here you can search these and get carbon, but I can't be bothered. You get very little. If you really need carbon, go to a planet with trees on and start mining them. Some ships, an explorer, another explorer, and the shuttle, all seas, so nothing exciting there. This is the coax station, so there's no need to go in through that door. I do check the other side as well, because some of the materials sold is different, so it's actually nice just to see it's not something I need. The mission agent, we have had some discussions on the stream when you should actually start doing these, and my opinion was well, wait, but I think I might have changed that a little bit, because it's important you get the standing with these guilds up, the explorers, the mercenaries and the merchants guilds. Because you get a lot of free stuff just talking to them. So when you see missions you can do, for instance, scan creatures, that doesn't take rocket science. Collect 250 pirate, yeah, it can be a little bit tricky, but it's possible. Scan minerals, that's possible. Kill 1 sentinel quad. You might not want to do that in the beginning, because you need to be geared up with your exosuit, so you are relatively protected and you have some proper weaponry in your multi-tool before you go that route. The same would raid a planetary depot. You might get sentinels on you. It can be rough sometimes, so wait with those until you're geared up, but the easy ones, you can do them pretty much from day one. So this one gives an exosuit upgrade chart. Can't use that because my exosuit is fully upgraded, but I'm still doing it because it's a +2 one. And this is the guild guy each... Yeah, I need to go to another system to do that, of course. This guild guy, when you talk to him, if you're high enough standing, he will talk to you. And he will end up giving me a gift. I accept it. I would be stupid not to. And he gives me a mind control device, which is useful with my frigate missions on the freighter. So that's good. If you're not high enough standing, he will just say, go away, pretty much. So that's relatively simple, but I would say go start doing missions, take the easy ones until you get better geared, and yeah, go for it. Because there's no reason to wait to you're strong to start building on that. On the guild standings, and I can actually show the is it in here, Merchant Guild. I'm almost getting up with the merchants, almost with the mercenaries. And the explorers I am actually highest now. Why did I take a +2 with them then? Ah, well, never mind. Okay, I'm asked if I got the coffee. Which of course I did. As I just poured myself a cup, then I did. So, but working up on them will actually make you get more free stuff, really. So I need to scan creatures on this planet, so it's just landing where it says approximately position. I have to check some flashing light here. What is that? I do not know. Huh, weird. Ah, okay. Well, if you're stupid and you know it, clap your hands. So I know that there are sentinels, but I hope they are a little bit passive, to be honest. Otherwise, I'll take things I need. And this is one of the few things I really need. I need loads of it. I use it for frigate fuel in order to send them out on missions. So there's 10 types of animals on this planet, so I probably have to scan 5. There was 4 different flying ones, and there's 5. Is that enough? Yep. So that was relatively simple. They are not normally that simple, these missions. You find 4 very easily, or 3, and then the last, you really have to dig in for them. But this might be my lucky day. So what else do we see that is not important? Pulpy roots, buried cache, ammonia. It's actually relatively close. So ammonia is one of these things. It has no high value, but you actually use it for your shielding on toxic planets. So a planet like this one, you need to top this up, and you do this with ammonia. Or if it's fully empty, I use the iron battery, but I top up because that gives the iron battery give 100%. That you need the cobalt. Oh, there's our sentinel friend. I'm pretending I'm just out taking a walk. As long as I don't use my mining laser, they are normally fine. Otherwise I have to sort it out. I do not need sodium, but I mean, it's just sitting here and asked to be picked up. Why wouldn't I? It's all about getting the stuff you need as easy as possible. I'm stuck on the stalk. So now I'm using my mining laser. So the sentinel might come and investigate me, but it's not certain. They did not seem to be overly aggressive here. So what if I use the terrain manipulator? Well, that really depends on the sentinel's kind of setting. If they are just a little bit aggressive, they might attack you. They're trying to prevent you from gathering resources on the planets, especially on planets they think is their protected area. So Sentinel is not a death sentence if they are on a planet. It is just a raised finger for you to be a little bit careful with what you're doing. Am I seeing things there? I'm not sure. So again, condense carbon, I don't really need it, but again, it's just sitting there, asked to be taken. And I do say in general, those products which is in crystallite form, you kind of always need them. There's another thing I always need to farm. That is tritium. Again, it is for the usage of frigate fuel, and also my starships uses it. That can be, you can use pyrite instead. So I do take a little bit here and there when I come across an asteroid field. Also, if you're really low on cash, gold and silver and sometimes platinum comes out of these. So you can actually make yourself a little bit of coins this way. Got it for being a little bit slow to do that, but
orbital station coordinates received.
What? It says that boat is done here. Okay, let's go to the space station and see if that's actually factual. Two things: if you fly through an asteroid belt with normal engine, you will get damage from hitting the asteroids. If you use the pulse engine, nothing happens. It is worth remembering when you find crashed ships, because if you're going to go to the space station to scrap them, if you damage them, you get less money out of them. Just saying. So you want to get them up there as fine as you can. So the question is, if I hand boat in here, actually I do. Well, I'm not complaining about that. I do not mind things turn easy on me. What I always do on space stations is just to talk to one or two of the race living or owning the space station, to add to my vocabulary. And I also practice my language skills, because if you get it right, they will give you something. It can be a standing module, even nanites or coins. So Comox, they want primary technological words. Geological, I think, might be fine. Well, he gives me something, so not completely bad. There's another one. And you can actually see if you already talked to them. When you start, you will get 4 categories of words, and you choose which one you wanted. I only have one left with these, so that's how it is. But again, if I can get free stuff, I take it. So circuit must be technological. Yeah, he likes that. And he gives me a mining beam module, which I have absolutely no use for, but that can be converted into nanites eventually, so we can do that on the next space station we get to. Just need to make sure that things are sorted a little bit. I'm going to use these later today, I guess. Especially if I'm jumping the center of the galaxy, so and that's what we are aiming to go to. It's that way. Do we want the next system, or do we want to jump further? It's early evening, so I'll take a couple of systems. So there's no rush. Again, unless you want me to rush, but then let me know. Take the tour around the space station, and I know sometimes I run past encrypted navigation data, but as I said, I have so many. And actually all my storage augmentation, I have 7 for my ship. And this is my main ship, so this is the first one I fill up. Upgrade starship. Apply augmentation. And it will ask, where do we want to put it there? Apply. Or you can put it up here. I'll actually put some up here. 3. And I can't actually put any more up there, so I'm getting to the limitation of my ship, which is fine. What I then will do is I will just stock them up, and then from time to time take one of the other ships and start filling them up. but I will do them a little bit different, because I will start with the technology part, which is the top, so I can get as much as possible to stock them out and become good. And when they are as good as this one, or better even, then they will just go in and be used from time to time. It's as simple as that. When you come to a new space station, when you just start it, you can go to this point and click on that exosuit hanging there, light blue, and you can buy a slot for your exosuit. You can get one at that point at all space stations the first time you visit it. Also, in each system you visit the anomaly, you have one to buy. And you will have to pay for it, but it's worth it over time, believe me. But there is ways of getting free ones as well. C-class. If you notice, the reward I just got for the mission was this exosuit upgrade chart. You can buy them for navigation data at the chart vendor, which is the third one on the other side from where I am now. And you use them, they will show you a drop pod where you can get a very free one. You have to repair the drop pod, but it's minor things it needs. You should have what is needed for it. So this is a Viking station. There is a nanite machine on each side. Sorry about that. Wow, that's cheap wiring looms. I am going to buy them.
Product received.
My good friend is not online, but him and I, we talk a lot about wiring looms, because you can get a price between 40, I haven't seen that low, well around 40 something and up to over 100,000. And you need them for repairs, and if you stick with me till I go through the sender, you will see why it's important to get them cheap. So yeah, I spent some money on it, but it's well worth it. Saved money is a very good thing. So what does this guy want? So let's see what's behind door number 2. I think it's a locker room. So there's some free stuff. If you notice, I keep all the crap coming off things. There is a reason for that. Rusted metal becomes ferrite dust when you refine it, so it actually gains a value even though it's regarded waste. And the things coming up, damaged machinery, those are even better because they turn into nanites when you refine them enough. Just be aware, it's not all encrypted navigation data thingies which has colors on, there is the black ones as well. I think I'm almost done with the Vikings language, but so I'm a little bit curious what happens when you ask them and there's no words. So Viking likes a little bit of aggression or law. I think Sentinel is the right one here because they have a long law with them. I got a standing for that, so that's not bad. See, now I understand what they are saying. The words in red is what I understand. And I'm so glad I have learned this language. So now I can go out on the street and shout those words in Viking. Dead. I think I would be taken away in a straitjacket if I tried. So, this is tricky. Units is trade, so that is gig. Where? I have no clue. Gra is something they like to inhale. That might be the word. Or red. Red is pointing at the Atlas, and they don't like that, so I think I take the Gra. Another standing. Okay, that's not bad. It was not what I wanted, but it's okay. As it's Viking, you have to go in here as well. There's nothing on the wall there. Nothing useful there. But there's nanites, so just grab that handful you get. It accumulates so lovely. See, they had more wiring looms at this side, but it's actually a little bit more expensive. I'm going to leave them, I have so many. This is one of the waste products, it's labeled as junk, but if you refine it, you will keep refining until you end nanite. Missions. +2 Viking, I have so high standing with them, so I don't actually need, and the rewards were absolutely crap for me, so I'm going to leave it, even the easy ones. And that gave me Hexite. So I was talking about charts. This guy is selling charts. You can buy a random map for 15 nanites, or you can exchange, and you pay these one navigation data for a chart. A settlement chart costs you 5, and the exosuit upgrade chart costs you 3. But it's worth it, so collect them and start buying those up. When you go to a planet, use that chart and find the drop pod and get a free slot. It's worth a lot of money over time. So this system was a kind of wasteful. Well, I got some cheap wiring looms, but besides that, no. So we continue towards the core. I could take longer jumps, but I don't want really to rush either. When you start playing the game, what you very often will do is you will go to your first system, your first space station. Then you'll be told to warp. What am I doing? And then you will start investigating a lot of planets. Just remember to scan them before you do. Because those with aggressive sentinels will not be pleasurable for you in the beginning. Try to take planets which is relatively safe. And if you find a planet with no sentinels on and you land on it and you scan and see there's sentinels, that is normally a sign there's a building which is protected by sentinels. And they are as bad as any other sentinels. It's not like they want to be your friend. I can tell you that. And I just missed Lich. No, I have not been drinking. Thank you for asking. So there's a lot of different multi-tools out there. You start with a C class. In the anomaly there's another C class. You'll find some which is B class, maybe even A class. What you should be looking at is how many slots does it have from beginning. Because slots are very expensive. I don't know if I can see it because mine is actually filled up. It says I can buy a slot for 600 million units. It's actually lying because I can't. But I'm not even going to try, because if it takes 600 million I would be crying. But think about it, 3 slots. And you can get them from missions. They look like this. These are potentially worth hundreds of millions. So don't waste money on something you can get for relatively free. And relatively free in that context means you spend some time doing the mission, and it might cost you something, but it might not. So I normally don't do these, but they get so annoyed if you don't. So this came into plus. Oh. Oh, I'm not selling the gold nugget. Well, that was a couple of coins worth. So, door number 2. I don't think there's anything useful in here. Some hydroponic bay. As I said, you can search and get the carbon around, but it's so little. Yeah, I got 10 carbon. If you take a tree on a planet, you'll get 100 plus. So I don't even want to waste my breath. There's a big ship just come in. It's a hauler and it's a C-class. Over there is a B-class fighter. So talkie. For some reason it looks like I have hardly gotten any words with the kick, which really puzzles me, because I feel I have been talking as much with them as any other races, but it might actually be a more luck-based difference, because if you take knowledge stones on planets, if you do more on other planets than Gek, then of course it will... Oh dear. Sprawn, that's law. They spawn when they are born, so I got a gift. I'm happy now. I think it was yesterday I kept choosing the wrong words. It was a little bit annoying. Profitable. That's a trade word, so that's relatively safe. I got 500 credits. Wow, I'm going to be rich now. So, as I said, just quickly look what's sitting. Don't be afraid of buying stuff if you need it and you have the coins for it, but you earn more money by farming things. So here's one of the good rewards: exosuit expansion unit. This is like the storage augmentation on the ship. It's a free slot on your exosuit. Just remember, look at what the mission actually is. I can't use them, so it would be a waste for me. But this one I can use. Plenty of them. This one I can use. And this one I can use, and if I had been level 9 with the mercenaries, I would have taken it. But they're not letting me because I'm not level 9, I'm only level 8. And they don't make dispensation. But they still give me rewards. That's what I have to deliver. The guild gave me a good lump of nanites, so not bad. If you wonder why I always open the teleporter, when I started playing, it was widely accepted that you would have to do that to make sure that this space station was on your list. I don't know if it's still true, but I just got in the habit to do it. It might be bogus, I do not know. So, I have one in another system. What about this one? That's also in another system, okay. Are they in the same system? Actually they are. You are not always that lucky. I have had actually 3 which went out in 3 different directions. So it's not always in the same.
Hostile scan detected.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Ah, God.
Hostile ships.
I'm going to be killed now, aren't I? By pirates. Where are you going? Don't run, then you will die tired.
Hostile ships defeated.
Sure. That's actually always a good way of getting standing with the different fractions is yeah. So I will go to, if you see these, in the old days that would be platinum. Here now it's gold, but just saying. Some people like gold. I don't mind gold, but so I always go to the space station first. First of all, take a round and see what that brings, and actually look at the missions there, because there might be something which is actually useful, which can be done together with the other ones you have. Or it will send you to a whole different system, but then you just do the ones you have here and go to the other system. It's an A class. Not many slots though, so that would cost to get up. And let me illustrate. Mine is filled fully out. That's 60 slots. So bear that in mind. Sometimes it's not necessary to take the best to get the best, so to speak. I know we all want S-class stuff, but it can be, well, different sometimes what is actually. See, wiring looms here are 81,000, so that was almost half price I bought them for. Nothing I can sell here. I just noticed something. I looked for that, but I didn't see it. Which one is the one you want to talk to? Is it this one? Oh, worst case, it's the wrong one. So it's screaming at a child. Do I join in screaming, distort your expression, fire a warning shot, or leave? I think I will fire a warning shot. Okay. That was surprising. I normally start screaming and that doesn't really do much. Gives me a little bit of nanites normally, but yeah. So, door number 2, what do we have here? That's a good question. A workshop. Normally some boxes. For once it was not a big yellow box of nothing. Sometimes there's something on the wall, but not this time. Just double check I haven't missed it. No. Okay. took the other one. I'm getting greedy on my old days. Whoa, a lot of ships. B, gone. Gone. Though it was not the most interesting ship, so I'm not too bothered that I didn't actually scan them. By the way, if you check my YouTube channel, there is some videos of S-class ships which has been found, and there will be more. I have some unedited which need to be edited and uploaded at some point. Don't know when it's going to be, but that is one way it will go. This is a Viking station, so that one is useful. That gives you a standing with them. If you're interested, by the way, I uploaded a video how to find and use portals today. I had a question yesterday and I showed it out on stream, so I just cut that part out so you wouldn't have to see the whole stream to see if you're interested. I didn't like that. Pushy. So I can just look to see what's on sale on this side. So what do we have here? This is a lot of money. These two. Multi-slot. If you need money, there are some coming up, but you need to raid a planetary depot, so that might involve sentinel fighting. So I took a couple. The wrong one. This one.
Alert. Navigational data received.
This one I already had in my exosuit, so it's an easy way to get a lot of coins for actually not doing anything.
Units received.
148,000 coins from the guild. I'll take it. I'm still over $1 billion, even though I spent on what's that ship? Looks interesting. Explorer. Yeah, it's a sea one even, so sea hauler. there. A bee explorer. And my ship. So first I'll deliver those. It will be at a trading station, so that's quite simple to get rid of, and then that's done. So there's a little trick with trade station on ground, because the trade terminals are connected all over the system. However, some things are better to buy on the trading stations. Not necessarily to sell, but to buy. And that's actually what I've been doing. These are the ones you need the Atlas Pass V1 to. They do not necessarily give you better things, but there is the odd good thing coming in. A bee shovel, a bee fighter. It's very warm here. Fucking hell. Kind of should have checked my shielding first. Okay. A bee holder. And there's a lot of bee ships here, but so I have to deliver something that is normally at one of these trade terminals. If you don't know. Need to find out if there was other that was the one we just done, or was it? That is delivered. That is for some reason delivered. That one is not done. That one is not done. So the trick with the trade station on planet, they sell stuff cheaper than the space station. So if you go to the planetary ones and look at the prices, this is where you can actually make money. So this is higher than 33% under the standard price. I buy. Oh shit. I should buy it on my starship. This is 48% under. Buy. 25, not interested. 17, not interested. 11, not interested. I could, and I still could make money, but I'm going to try to kind of get good money. So I do have to just check my selling side. Is there any? No, there was nothing. They would buy. Well, they would buy it, but they would not pay what I want. So I just have to chuck these over on my starship. Okay, what do I do with them? Where did I send the other one? Where did I send the other one? There, okay. I'm always very cautious because I have been stupid and sent things, well, out in space, so to speak. And that's not very smart. So the reason I go up here is I actually saw that there was some boxes. Another B one. That was a C, so. And as I say, free stuff. I like that. If I can't use it, I can always sell it. That's the bottom line in this game. It's anything you don't want. There's a fighter. Let's see. A B Explorer, an S fighter. Okay. So this may be interesting for some. I know some people are actually chasing sea fighters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the picture, then the address comes on screen, and I will also cut it out to a short video about it. It got a lot of slots, so mine is worth 4 times his price, so I'm not going to exchange. That's one thing which is a little bit annoying. If yours is more worth than the other one, you don't get any coins out of it. So in a situation like this, I would actually buy it off him directly and then scrap my own or whatever could come to it. But yeah, that's that. So, but those who might be interested, we are roughly there on the planet Nakeri K34 in the Bashes system. It's rather close to the core of the center of Ickjamatew galaxy. That is a very difficult one to pronounce. So to get that fighter, you will have to go to this trade station and camp out for it. It will appear at some point. I can't say when. Because that is not... well, that is not really to know when it would be. But what I have heard the most when they camp out for ships, it is in the size of 15 to 30 minutes, which is not overly bad. So that's kind of nice because it's been quite a while since I actually found a S-ship, so you will come across them when you go around yourself. Okay, we have to land, so they want us to go walkies. Hello, where are you? Oh well. We need to go that way. Then still straight. There is the observatory we have to fix, I hope. Otherwise I have taken a wrong turn somewhere. Which is absolutely possible, I've done that before. Expecting those in the ocean, but oh well. So if I'm too lazy to actually go and pick up my ship, you can at least call them use one navigation data, and as I have quite a lot, then wow. So I managed to scan all animals on this planet. Which is actually not bad, because when you do, you get bonus nanites, and it's free nanites. You don't have to do anything else but scanning them to get them. So, happy days. So this is the crap you can make into nanites. Sometimes you can pick these up from the surface, but I'm not very good at that. There was a discussion whether it was only in first person mode. I don't know which one is the correct one, but I kind of have to do it the old fashioned way with making a hole and get it. Blob. So we need to go and fix something here. It can sometimes become a little bit of a problem, but let's take one thing at a time. I always go through the room before I actually do what I need to do, because then if something happens, I have taken it, and if I run, it's absolutely fine. That's I got that. I got. See, that's a problem. Ionized cobalt I don't have on me. So how much cobalt do I have? I have quite a bit. So use my personal refiner. And I can make it. Refined cobalt that becomes ionized cobalt. So that's quite good and easy. That should be enough. And we're good to go. Then we have fixed it. The only thing which is a little bit annoying is you can't use the observatory even though you just fixed it. Observatories are good for finding crashed starships, crashed freighters, or sometimes abandoned or interesting buildings. But when you come across one, go in, break the code, and
Navigational data received.
then earn your thing, whatever it might be. So we need the fourth one. And might be in another system. I actually think it is. Oh no. Actually shows over there. Then we go there and scan. Cloudy planet. That's can be almost paradise. Almost. But that means there can be weather hazards, there can be sentinels, which there is on this one. Just ran out of fuel. So we need to go out and push.
Technology recharge.
Yeah, I'm too close. Well, we have to take the little bit slower approach this time. Oh, what? I'm not good at slow. I'm really not good at slow. That's something which sometimes comes a little bit too much through. Yeah, that is not going to happen. Might want me to scan undersea creatures, but so 7. That's a lot.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
So there's something there at least.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
There's 14 animals on this planet.
Units received.
Some fish over there.
Units received.
You know what? Don't know if that would interfere with what we're supposed to do actually. Is there anything over there? Something there?
Units received.
What's those flying things?
Units received.
How rude. something there. How many is that? 6. So one more. He's there.
Units received.
Oh, the sentinel. I'm actually going to look at that building anyway. I'm curious what that might be. If it's something interesting or not. Might be a lot. And it's not a building. However, knowledge stones. I'm doing nothing, I'm just taking a walk. I wasn't the one shooting. It wasn't me. It was your mother. Well, these, when you take these, you actually get nanites out of them as well. And as I have explained several times, nanites are very useful if you want to buy upgrades to your things. I say things because it goes through your exosuit, your multi-tool, your starship, your exocraft. You need nanites for that.
Units received.
And everything else you need coins for. So no matter what, you need coins and nanites.
Units received. Units received.
Just ask yourself a question. Do I want to sit on that pesky ship I got at the start? A C-class small fighter, which looks like something you got out of a cereal box. Just asking. If you're happy with that, so am I. I'm not judging that. But you could do better. But for that, you need coins. This is one of the easiest way of, I call it passive income really. Because you go down to a planet, you scan a lot of things, you actually don't feel it, but the money just keep getting into your account. Some of the animals, if they're rare, they pay me over 500,000 coins. So if there's a lot of rare animals on the planet, I'm very thrilled. Because that is good when that happens. Of course, it's not always like that, and there is differences. But see, I was tempted to go to the trading post, but I won't. That would just be greedy trying to make more money. And I am actually not greedy. At least I keep telling myself I'm not greedy. Am I on my way to the planet or to the base? Well, if the space station blow past me in a moment, then we know I took the wrong target. I didn't. But that said, it wouldn't be the first time if I'd done that. And surely not the last either. So guys, feel free to ask questions or comment things in the chat. You are very welcome if you have a question about something, either something you encountered in game or if you see something I do and you think, why are you doing it like that? Feel free to ask into it. I don't know, need explore standing, so I won't take that one. I don't need Viking either. Let me illustrate the point. The Viking, highest medal achieved. So my standing is 349. So I'm literally a Viking. I still, well, okay, I could go for the missions and stuff like that, and I will. It's not like I avoid their missions. By no means. I'm actually quite okay with that. So I said this was an easy one to get units for. I got 1.5 million units for giving 20 of 50, I think it was, frost crystal. So that was what I would call a good trade. I just put some things over just in case. It belongs down here, yeah. Of course it does. I should know that. So I have accumulated quite a lot of upgrades. So let's put these on the freighter as well. So I will actually just go and sell out of them because they do take up space in your exosuit. Not that I am in any problems, but I do like. Okay, now we have reached the A-holders. But the thing is, merchants full up now. Good. I like that. So when you have, well, on any base you can go and trade modules. One is with exosuit, one is with extra craft, one is with your starships and one is with your multi-tool. Well, you can go to any of them. You can buy from them within their range, but you can sell. And everything which you don't need, you can actually sell. I sell in general everything which is not S or Sentinel stuff. That said, there are a couple of exceptions, but that's just me, not necessarily what you would do. I have on my ship a lot of X-class ones. The reason they are X-class is that they are banned, so they are illegal, but there's no real control with it. But I need to go through them and find out. But see, some of them I have 4 of, and they sell for 1500 nanites. This one I have 4 of, which sell for 3000 nanites. So there's a lot of nanites in these just to sell them, but I will have to go through them before I do so. I like this hauler type, but I already have an A1. I don't have an S hauler. That is of course what I'm looking for. So we are continuing towards the sender. See what that brings us. That can bring both missions or other things. So this is rare, so close to the core that you actually find a system which no one has seen before. Overgrown moon. Frostbound. And a hot one. Hexagonal planet. Interesting. So let's go to the space station and see what missions they have here. If any interesting. As always, I take my round just to pick up free stuff, really. There's a co-work station, so don't know what we'll find here. C-class, not much on that. Bartender. Oh, it's the guy who's one of those who is afraid of my multi-tool. Yeah, I leave him alone, otherwise it goes haywire. So what can we stop to buy, but it is below my prices. I'm gotten used to buy tritium, so that means I don't have to grind so much to get it. It's a little bit lazy, but it's also I'm sitting on a stream. I don't want people to sit and look at me doing that for 2 hours. That's a little bit too boring, to be honest. Some kind of hydroponics bay. Carbon, not even 6, and that's why I normally don't pick them up. It's just too wasteful. So some ships. C's, a B as well. 2 C's and a B. It was funny how it was 2 B's and a C. That's another Explorer, a C. Send power coax. If I remember right, if I say coax, they get annoyed. Or charge samples? Okay. Samples is trade related? Oh, okay. I did not see that coming. You can't get them all right. That's but you're always happy when you do. So technological would be which it didn't give me anything, but I might have something somewhere which a little bit more of that. It's funny, there's ionized cobalt I needed earlier. What missions do we have here? Savage frigate modules are always useful when you have a freighter, so that's used to upgrade your freighter with. I'm going for that. Even that it means I have to attack the planetary harvester. Show. That is what we will do. So 200,000 coins just for saying hello to the guild, local guild. It's actually not too bad. More ships coming. B Explorer, C Explorer, many explorers here. Might be because we're getting close to the center. I don't know. So where are we going? That way. On the moon. There is already sentinels. This could be fun. Well, this could really be fun. Or not. So this is an approximate location, which can be a good thing because you don't always want to have your ship close by because you need to escape and not being followed by the sentinels, because if they are aiming on you, oh, it's there. But if they are aiming at you, wow, fuck that. What I was going to say is, if they're aiming at you and you jump into your ship and try to fly off, you will get sentinel destroyers on you immediately. So I have armed my weapon. This is not... Is this the place? Oh, it is. Where are the sentinels?
Warning.
Ah. Okay. So, until you get this stopped, you are free prey, but if you do it quickly enough, you should be fine. You see, they are there, but they're not attacking me, and they are searching and they are deactivated. So, then you can take whatever is around the building. Sometimes there is even multiple doors you can... Ah, there is. You can explore. See, this is Atlas passed V2. That was where I came from. But why does this look like it's open? Or, that was just me being a little bit, okay, it's need remembrance and I haven't gotten that yet. You get that from Atlas. Okay, done. So it's back to the space station. Can't use this anymore. Oh, I always scan a couple of animals if there is around. Or what I can catch. That was one of the more rare ones, giving 500,000. There was another one. So that's just getting 1 million for scanning and on one planet. So I hope you see my point with get your scanners up to scratch. That is one of the most important things when if you want to make coins. And if you want me to go through how you actually look at these things, let me know. I might show it if anyone asks, but at this point where we are good and well into the game, then for me it's all done and almost done and dusted. It is always almost, because you can try to tweak it even better than it is. You might be lucky and find another upgrade which gives it just a little bit more. And if that's of course the case, then hooray, happy days. Sorry, I'm just jumping out of the feed for a second.